Hello, welcome to On an Island Vinyl, where we talk about vinyl records and music. For today's topic, we're going to talk about some records that I love to spin while DJing. Now, I have only been spinning for a few months now at a few bars locally here in Brooklyn, New York, and these ones have always been heavy hitters. Every time I put them on, they are just a great jam. People really get into them, and you necessarily don't have to know the words. You can just let the music take you in and groove with it. So let's get started. For number one, I have Joe Thomas's Get in the Wind. This album features Joe Thomas and a slew of artists. We have 15 people on this album, and Joe Thomas is a flute player. And I will tell you, this album is just incredible. It's pretty cheap, it's not too expensive, and personally, my favorite song is actually the first one. The song that I really love is called Plato's Retreat. It's about 6 minutes, and it is a great kind of vocal, funky disco song. This album really rocks, and I actually got this in Tokyo, Japan, about a month and a half ago. It's off of the Leicester Radio Company label. And to me, it kind of looks like the Inner City label. Inner City is a great label as well, but that's more kind of just straight jazz. So yeah, Joe Thomas, Get in the Wind. Get it. For number two, we actually have two records from the same group. The band really is just a funky firestorm. To me, they're kind of like an elevated Earth, Wind, and Fire. And even though Earth, Wind, and Fire is really great, I prefer this band a little more in particular, and that is Heatwave. This album, Too Hot to Handle, is incredible. Every song you can play straight through. It is a perfect break record if you're DJing or spinning, and this record actually has Boogie Nights on it. If you don't know that song, I highly recommend listening to it. It's very upbeat, up-tempo, Boogie Nights. It's a fire song. I have a Russian connection off of Facebook Marketplace. I haven't actually seen him in about 2 months or so, but he had this record, and the cover just looks so cool. It's a record that melts, and to me, it kind of just spoke to me. It seemed like it was going to be a very funky, upbeat record, you know? And the second record, this record is called Candles. And the first two songs on here, so Gangsters of the Groove and Jitterbuggin' are the first two songs on here, and man, they are great. You could just play them back to back. The rest of the album is a little bit more mellow. It's not too crazy. There are a few B-sides that are a bit more up-tempo, but this album has a lot of slow songs, which I actually appreciate from this band. Get them. They're amazing. This is another record that I got in Tokyo, Japan. I was at a record fair, and they had all these different types of vendors and from all over Japan. And I looked at the cover, and it just was such a cool looking cover. And I immediately put on track one, side one, and within 15 seconds of listening to it, I knew I had to get this record. It is a killer album. And it's a promotional copy, which wasn't labeled when I bought it. So that's pretty cool. And this record's called Maxayn by Maxayn. I think that's how I'm saying the name, but if I mispronounce it, I do apologize. And this is off of Capricorn Records. Same label as the Allman Brothers Band, believe it or not. And they have a few Rolling Stone covers on here, and again, very funky, very soulful vocals from the female artist. And I'll just bring up the back of it. Back of it looks so cool. Some songs on here, You Can't Always Get What You Want, Trying for Days, Give Me Shelter, classic, Let Me Be Your Friend, and just a few other ones. And these covers, I mean, to say the least, are just incredible. I, again, really highly recommend listening to this album. It is amazing. We got a special one in the house. This is D-Train's You're the One for Me. Great title track, just funky synth work. The main melody is really great, and it repeats a lot. It's I mean, just crazy good. And then the second song, Walk On By, is also a fantastic funky song. Both of them I personally love to play back to back. So if I'm playing You're the One for Me, I'll play that, and then I'll go to another quick song, maybe on a 45, and then I'll go straight to Walk On By. Great back to back tracks. And it's such a cool cover too. It's one of those old like Brooklyn style trains that actually are here in the subway system now in New York. Fun fact, if you are in New York, I would go around near Grand Street where the F and the M train are. I think that's where they start. But still, a very cool album nonetheless. I mean, this entire album is just full of heat. Full of heat. Definitely recommend it. Alright, another one that I really love. This one is kind of a nice mellow album, but there are some songs that are really good on here. And that is Diana Ross's Diana. Obviously, the two songs that I love here are Upside Down and I'm Coming Up. Those are really the ones to play. They're great passerby singles that I just consider to be really good as kind of filler. Still, very, very good, Diana Ross. It has such a cool gatefold too. I mean, one of those classic 80 like Motown records, you know? Love it. To say the least, this is probably one of my favorite albums out of the bunch. We have Songs in the Key of Life by Stevie Wonder. I actually just picked this up for around $15. I actually got a bundle, so this really wasn't $15. It was more like $6 or $7. And it's in mint condition. I mean, there's not a scratch on here, and it comes with the 7-inch. And you can play any song off of here. You have Sir Duke, you have I Wish, I mean, Summer Soft, Ordinary Pain. I mean, come on. Classics. This is a great album to DJ with, honestly. One of my favorites. And the inside gatefold is also really cool too. I'll show you that. Actually, it comes with a booklet, but if you look, it's kind of like a transition to his face becoming larger. It's just such a cool cover. That's it for On an Island Vinyl for today. I really hope you enjoyed this bit of a shorter episode, but I really hope you can find these albums. I think all of them are on Spotify. I really, really recommend listening to all of them. If you're in a, down and out mood and you want to feel uplifted, definitely play these. Definitely play these. So yeah, thanks a lot. Please like and subscribe. Peace.